The many victims of Jynxzi.
A successful streamer comes with its highs and lows. The world of streaming offers an unrivaled amount of opportunity, but that opportunity comes with a much darker and much more sinister side as well.
I think that's an epic. Chat, listen. I'm going to look at the floor, open the pack, and just listen for the renown. He's back!
To show you what I mean, let's take a look at one of the first conflicts our streamer of the video, Jynxzi, ever had to go through, and that being the beef between him and Avid. For those of you that don't know, Avid is a console streamer that used to play with Jynxzi a lot.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard of this guy in a minute. Like, I remember he used to do all, like, he was like one of the very first people Jynxzi would collab with.
It's funny, loud, and
play with.
borderline unhinged. Does that sound familiar? Well, him and Jynxzi are very alike, which is what sparked their friendship in the first place. The very personality similarities that brought them together, though, would eventually be the very
Chat, how's volume? Is volume good?
Apart. Before that would happen, though, let's rewind back to when Avid and Jynxzi met. They first met in a video on Jynxzi's channel titled I 1v1 My Biggest Hater, where Avid would star as the hater in question. The video started out like any other Jynxzi 1v1. But as the video went on, it became increasingly obvious that instead of hate, there was actually a chemistry between these two. They were eerily similar, making the same jokes, the same comedic timings, and often making each other laugh. After this 1v1, Jynxzi decided to keep him around, and he could tell that Avid had huge potential for entertainment value and the content scene as a whole, and Jynxzi was spot on. Every stream and video with Avid in it got more and more views, more and more watch hours, more and more popularity. Because of this, they became close friends. A friendship born of hate, but blossomed by similarity. They became so close, in fact, that they even started to integrate each other's lingo in each other's streams and everyday lives. One of the terms that Avid gave Jynxzi, for example, was the infamous Atuizi. This would quickly become heavily associated with Jynxzi and his brand.
Bro, I haven't heard that in a minute.
Knowing it actually came from Avid. It's
and now we have the ball right.
History class when you said a funny joke, but the other guy just said it louder and everyone only heard him and he got all the credit for it. Well, at first, Avid didn't mind, or so it seemed, because it was around this time that their relationship became sort of unstable, some would say, bipolar even, a love-hate relationship. Most didn't know why, but anyone who watched them long enough could smell something was off. The scent of jealousy was in the air. This all came to a breaking point just about a year ago on the release of the Space Station Gaming full kit for Pulse. This was, to put it bluntly, a Jynxzi skin. And
I was really hoping that Jynxzi, like, the skin would be shirtless. It would be shirtless with just glasses, and then oh, and his flip flops is like his fucking his slides that he always wears. I was hoping that was gonna be the skin, but
and plastered all over the skin was the phrase that Avid had created so long ago, Atuizi. This was his saying. He made it up, and he never got credit for it. From his point of view, not only did Jynxzi steal the credit from it, but now he was going to steal the monetary value of that phrase as well. But it didn't stop there. SSG also released Jynxzi merch upon his signing to SSG, with one phrase on the merch that read, well, you can probably guess by now. Avid saw this and became noticeably jealous. He'd officially had enough. So he called out Jynxzi live in front of hundreds of thousands of people on stream.
You know what?
So,
hold on.
Are we putting money on it, or are you a? Just let me know right now. Just say I'm a. Or are we putting money on it?
So what's up with that merch idea? What's up with that merch shit? So listen, this is how this shit gonna go right here. Listen. No. Hold on. What's up with that merch shit, gang? So either I'm gonna get a motherfucking percentage of that merch, or you gonna sit here and play me for a ban. Which one is it? You fucking choose. Not playing about that.
I wonder if this was actually real or if it was like a script, like kind of like a short drama. But I mean, either way, that's interesting.
You took, hey, Chad, you took my Atuizi shit and put on a fucking hoodie. You didn't even fucking tell me. You know what?
Even better, okay, Jynxzi's wearing a chain right now.
Or we're gonna chalk it up to a 1v1, nigga. Then which one is it? Ho.
So first and foremost, this would never hold up in a court of.
Wait, is this when he was dating Brecky and he has a hickey on his neck?
Law, so I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, it would have to.
It would never hold up in a court of law. So
if you are a man of morals, if you are a man of motherfucking morals, you would be like, you know what? I'll give you a 1%. Hey, give me $2, nigga, and I'll be straight, nigga. I just need Pampers for CJ. That's it.
Avid demanded that Jynxzi gave him a percentage deal of the merch in question, considering that he's the one that made up the phrase. He didn't ask for anything crazy. In fact, he even said that if Jynxzi had just given him $2, he'd be straight. Because to Avid, it was more about the principle of the matter.
This is like an open question, but what do you guys think? Would you ask for a percentage or would you not if you made up the phrase and you're in Avid's position?
Than it was about the actual money behind it. To some, this seemed fair, but to others, this seemed almost egotistical, almost distasteful to put it lightly. Not only did Jynxzi popularize the phrase, but he wasn't even the one that made the merch, nor did he have access to change the deal or who was getting the money from it. It was SSG, the organization, that made it, not him. So even if Jynxzi wanted to, he couldn't even give Avid a percentage of anything. But that's just the thing. Even if Jynxzi could do it, he didn't even want to.
But I'm saying, if you put...
So chat, this is like actually weird. This was a curveball for tonight. I did not think this was going this direction. Chat, do you think me putting too easy on a jersey or on a, I didn't even do that, by the way. Space Station did that. But do you think me putting that on a hoodie is why it's so, bro, people bought the hoodie because it's my hoodie.
From Jynxzi's point of view, Jynxzi made a bag off of his hard work, and Avid switched up when money became involved. He was a snake. He was a fake friend. This battle kept going and resulted in Avid leading the game, because he just needed to sort out the issue with Jynxzi on his own time. But Jynxzi didn't back down. Jynxzi made a fair point that if he were trying to do anything about it, it wouldn't hold up in a court of law. And because Avid had stolen language of Jynxzi's as well, just like Jynxzi did to him, that Avid didn't really have a right to complain about it. Avid's main point was that if Jynxzi was a real friend, the law wouldn't matter. Copyright law wouldn't matter. He would have just thrown him some money anyways. From Avid's point of view, that phrase made Jynxzi money, a phrase that he created. This clashing of perspectives went on for the better part of an hour on stream, until they eventually talked it out. Jynxzi ended up apologizing for not thinking ahead that this might be an issue, and Avid apologizes for not handling it off stream. And
I feel like, I mean, from my perspective of dealing with copyright stuff, it's like, I feel like Avid doesn't, like, he doesn't own, I don't think, he doesn't own the words, English words, too easy. Like, there's no, he has, like, there's no, like, of it being his content or, like, any kind of, like, physical or, like, any kind of, like, way. It's just a phrase, you know what I mean? It's like, if I said, if I said bro a lot, what am I going to copyright people who say bro a lot now? You know what I mean? So I feel like you can't really, I guess you can call someone out for that, but like you can't copyright someone. That was my catchphrase. Okay, guys.
Not being able to properly sort out his emotions. To this day, the relationship is still rocky, and I don't even know if they talk anymore, but they're definitely on better terms, and the matter was resolved peacefully. The same cannot be said for the next person on this list, Clix. Just like Avid, Clix and Jynxzi started off on good terms. Jynxzi, even after this beef went down, admitted that they were actual friends before what had happened. So what exactly did happen? To show you, let's go back to March 27th of 2024. Clix, Ronaldo, and Jynxzi were doing a wager 2v1 in the Siege custom game for $10,000. The match started out fine, but eventually Jynxzi lost, meaning he would have to pay $5,000 to stable Ronaldo and $5,000 to Clix. But before the payments were finalized, Clix made a tweet that would ruin their friendship to this day. At the time of this wager, Jynxzi was dating Brecky Hill, an influencer and
I'm still growing my hair out.
The crazy thing about her
it's gonna
is
take
that
another
Brecky Hill
like
and Clix
2
actually
weeks.
have a history. They never officially dated, but
not
on one
long
of
enough
Clix's
yet.
streams, he invited her over and there was a clear chemistry. So
Wait, is that Brecky Hill? I don't even recognize her.
clear that this happened.
You know, pulling up.
Is it her? Oh, it is. Yikes.
And he's like, you know.
Do you want me to, like, your handwriting is terrible. Take it slow.
Someone said Rachel's so mad. Wait, yeah. You have to like go here.
Use code Clix. I wonder how many people actually signed up on this.
Boom! You fucked up the eye, I'm not gonna lie, but.
Knocks their tits in the way. Wait, I need to make it bigger.
Just make the eye thick.
All right, guys. I have a new idea for Athieno charm on Azami. It's in the works, though. It's in the works.
Look at that.
That's going.
Obviously, if you were Jynxzi and you saw this, you'd feel some type of way about it, and I'm sure that Clix knew this as well. It's a fairly popular clip, and Brecky is a fairly popular girl. You see, not only had she been around Clix, but she was also around another one of Jynxzi's streamer friends at the time, Neon. So like I said, Jynxzi definitely knew about this clip because just like this clip had gone around, so would she. This brings me back to the tweet. What could Clix have possibly tweeted after the game ended that could make Jynxzi so mad that they never spoke again? Clix tweeted the infamous clip of him signing the message, use code Clix.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, bro. if I was in Jynxzi's shoes and I somehow dated, let's say hypothetically I was dating Brecky, and even if it is just for content, I mean, at the end of the day, if it is for content, like this, to do this drama and all that kind of stuff, that is if the relationship between Jynxzi and Brecky was content. Never know if it was real or not. Well, but hypothetically for the situation, this would be honestly like kind of far, bro. Like going after your friend's homegirl, not even homegirl, like your friend's girl. I don't know if they were dating at the time. That's kind of like, but
Most
you
people
know,
saw-
drama is drama at the high, what do you call it? High levels of content. You gotta be able to go far enough for people to actually care about it.
this as a light jab between friends and streamers. Something done for content more than likely.
bro, I would never do
Jynxzi did
that.
not see it this way. Jynxzi saw this as Clix purposefully making Jynxzi mad for clip farming purposes. Jynxzi saw this from the perspective of Clix being his friend and Brecky being his girlfriend. Clix blatantly disrespected Jynxzi and his girl, which is
Yeah, that's
something you
straight
just
disrespect,
kinda
bro.
don't do, especially if that's your friend. Clix not realizing the weight of his actions and Jynxzi not accepting Clix's lighthearted intent led to a heated argument live in front of all of their viewers. An argument that wasn't pretty to say the least.
I was okay. Listen. Hold on, I'll talk. First off, I thought that was a complete troll thing because literally, everyone trolls about it. I thought that was a complete troll thing. If that actually happened, I'm so sorry for saying that. Like genuinely, if that actually happened, I'm so sorry for saying that.
It did, but I don't care.
I'm not. She got fucked.
All right, Ron, come on. But no, she got like, that's fine. Like, that's in the past. I don't care. Like, the thing is like, that shit don't affect me no more. So people control about it. I don't care. But like, that shit, come on, dude. Like, I deadass thought me and her were the same, and we were just gonna troll and get it over and fucking delete the tweet and troll.
The one thing that solidified this issue from being solved in the end, though, was Clix's refusal to apologize and take the tweet down. So when their stream ended and everyone got paid,
At the end of the
Clix
day,
made a
though, this
series
got
of
hella
tweets
fucking
talking about how
engagement
soft Jynxzi
from both
was,
sides.
going live the next day to talk about it even more as well.
Listen, it could be a respecting and all that, but you gotta understand, Chet, bro, he brought up my ex getting a trainer on her, which you guys could joke around. My ex did get a trainer on her. She got fucked by 3 dudes at once. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. It is
Wait. What? What do you mean it happens? Who is we?
okay, bro. But you guys could joke about that. Like, I'm okay with people joking about that because it's on stream. That's what y'all gotta understand. Anything on stream, in my opinion, is to make others laugh and to have a good time.
While it's clear that Clix still very much has opinions, you can also tell by this point he had time to calm down and think about it a bit more too. Clix was clearly upset that he made his friend feel this way, so he put his pride to the side and decided to message Jynxzi and apologize to solve the beef privately. Unfortunately, even after this, Jynxzi made what he says is his biggest mistake throughout this entire altercation and told him this.
Startup shit, which he was, like everybody could see that, but it's like I never got that. It was just like, I'm sorry.
Jynxzi low-key has tears in his eyes in every clip I see in this, bro. Like, this kind of makes you believe the relationship was kind of real, unless he's good at doing that, like hiding that. But again, that's just far, bro. Like, you never, like, a man's, like, one of his most precious things is his family, his girl, and maybe his career. Like, you know, if a boxer calls out, like, oh, you suck at boxing or some shit like that. But, like, dude, that's like not even reputation. That's just like respect.
Or you got mad, and he said that like 6 times.
So there was no off stream.
Nothing.
Nothing.
It was,
okay.
I called him off stream. He
Like, even if that is Brecky's like field of work, that's still just like, that's just far, bro. For like what, content? You know, it's just, I don't know.
biggest fuck up I had. He texted me off stream and said like, "Yo, can we call like that night?" And I said, "Get the fuck off my phone," because like I'm like, I considered this guy a actual friend. Like I always fucked with Clix. And then it's like, now I don't.
After that, we haven't seen these two publicly being friendly to each other, but it's clear that they both have at least a little regret towards how they acted towards each other and how they handled the situation, with nothing but pride separating the two from being friends now. All we can hope is that one day these two can talk it out and be on good terms again, like they once were before any of this happened in the first
like,
place.
you could also like make the argument that Clix is what, he's 21, 22. He's 20. 21. Yeah, he's a kid, but still, man, that's
that
pretty far.
Jynxzi was actually able to make up with, though, was XQC. If you don't know, XQC is one of the most paid streamers of all time, signing a mind-breaking $150 million contract to Kick. Before any of that, though,
Bro, chat, if you had $150 million, what would you spend that money on?
one of the most popular Twitch streamers as well. And if none of that was enough, he was also a professional Overwatch player in the past too. His name was everywhere, just like Jynxzi's. Jynxzi's, so it was only natural that the two powerhouses of streamers would know about each other eventually. It's unclear the very first time they met, but most noticeably, they, like everyone else on this list, 1v1'd on stream. XQC was very new to the game, so at first he wasn't doing too well.
New to the game. This motherfucker
XQC
running
used to
4x3,
play
bruh.
professionally.
4x3 90
XQC
FOV.
very quickly,
That's shot
and the
right
match
off the
came
butt.
down to the very wire, but Jynxzi did eventually win.
Baited idiot. I own you, daddy. Call me
Oh,
daddy.
6-6 overtime. Holy charity rounds.
I'm better than you, kid. I'm better than you. No bullets needed. No bullets needed.
Oh, no
Run me my
bullets is
100
crazy.
gifted right the fuck now. And apologize. Apologize to all the fucking controller players. I'm your father.
The stream, other than that, went well, and it seemed like a new friendship and business partnership was blossoming perfectly. But as you know by now, that didn't last long. At one point or another, a streamer by the name of Trainwreck was talking about how a lot of big streamers, especially on Twitch, were view-botting and faking their streams for clout and for
You know what's funny? I mean, obviously this video was like almost a year ago, but like them recently is doing the Mr. Beast collab where they're all in a call buddies. But yeah, I just want to point that out.
Most people in Trainwreck's chat were spamming that it was Jynxzi. Without confirmation from Trainwreck's, XQC, as Jynxzi's friend, went to investigate the matter. XQC was not only his friend, but also a business partner, and it was clear that they had talked outside of streaming. So XQC, of course, was going into this with the mindset of defending his friend Jynxzi. Funnily enough, that's exactly what he did.
So even okay. So doesn't he have drops or something?
Not right now, I don't think.
Okay. I mean, 10K is not the end of the world. It's not too crazy.
Dude, I'm just now remembering 80,000, 100,000, 60,000 is like he actually hits sometimes, but this was like prime siege though for that.
I wouldn't.
For the 1v1s and all.
Even in the world where you would still
Clash
call
Royale,
out,
he hits,
okay,
like, easily.
he's buying that layer of whatever is like it's not something that you'd be deliberately doing. It's just not for 10K. It doesn't make any sense.
If you couldn't tell, XQC was saying that based on the number of active chatters to active viewers, there was only a margin of error of about 10,000 total viewers that Jynxzi could have possibly been botting, which isn't a big enough number to make a difference or be worth risking his career over. XQC, with his statement, was essentially defending Jynxzi. People at this moment started spamming Jynxzi to watch XQC's chat. Keep in mind that this is all happening freshly after the Clix beef, so Jynxzi was already on high alert and kind of on edge. This would ultimately be what set things off. Jynxzi reacted to the clip of XQC defending him, but before he could react to the full clip, Jynxzi immediately thought XQC was accusing him of view-botting and proceeded to lash out at him. He lashed out at his friend, who was doing nothing but defending him. An ironic twist of fate, to say the least. XQC saw this and was taken aback, but instead of escalating the beef and having his pride put up, he did something a bit more funny.
In the world, it's not.
10K is not the end of the world. Yo, XQC, I don't know if the Adderall is affecting your brain right now. Dog, you're looking at active chatters. Do you actually expect my entire stream to be chatting? Every single one of them? When has that ever happened? When has that?
I feel like where that actually would happen would be like either like peak moments of drama or maybe like the not even Ninja for not Ninja Drake and Juju and Travis Scott playing.
Guys, I was defending him. Chat. I was defending. I'm
Just flexed on.
confused. What is going on?
Jynxzi not only seeing that XQC just flexed on him so hard beyond saving, but also seeing that he completely misread what XQC was trying to say, and seeing that XQC was kind of just lighthearted about it, immediately folded under the pressure and apologized to XQC.
Sorry. You own me. Fuck it. If you want to say I'm view-botting, you can say whatever you want. You own me. Nut right on these titties. You literally just put my house on your wrist. You own me, daddy. I apologize. All right, there, bro. Are you guys happy?
Yeah, that was
You guys
like, what,
good?
a Richard
Now,
Mille on
XQC
his
owns
wrist?
me. Great. I don't even care, bro. XQC owns me.
This beef was very short-lived, the stable Ronaldo. Now, I've mentioned his name a few times in this video already, namely in the Clix beef, which is actually where the beef between him and Jynxzi started as well. Although throughout that beef, Ronaldo...
God, bro. I mean, I don't mean to keep pointing it out, but that is like, dude, if I saw a picture of my girl doing that shit, that would genuinely be like a knife through my heart, even if it's just like for fun, you know. That's just
neutrality.
like...
It was ironically the XQC beef that really set off the Ronaldo beef more than the Clix one. But how did the XQC Jynxzi beef involve stable Ronaldo? Well, when XQC was reacting to the clip of Train in a Discord call talking about the biggest viewbotter on Twitch, one of the people in that call talking to Train was actually Ronaldo himself. When Ronaldo was reacting to Trainwreck's accusations in the call, Ronaldo reacted in a way that made Jynxzi very upset.
Count, like, unless you're counting these people plotting, like,
wait a minute.
Unless
And here's the thing, bro. I have no problem with Train at all. And I actually DM'd Train and he said it wasn't even about me, but we'll get into it.
unless you're counting the streams that get bought, it's like 2 million viewers, like, then sure, we get.
So then someone's chat just starts saying Jynxzi. Jynxzi or Kai? Kai does not view bot and I do not view bot.
I don't think they view bot.
Idiot.
I know who Vbots on Twitch. It's not Jynxzi. I don't actually think it's him. I'm not even just saying
that. It's just everyone saying Jynxzi.
I would stand on business in this chat.
Oh, wait, look at this chat.
Not.
Jynxzi bots 100%.
Yeah, whose chat is this?
Oh, 100%.
Who's the Twitch guy?
I think anyone with
honestly, like, out of a lot of the people out there, I do feel also as well, like, Jynxzi wouldn't be a person to view about, because I feel like his evidence would be, I mean, dude, he's got every TikTok he posts is like millions of views, no matter what it is, millions. The amount of clippers out there too, there's at least like thousands of clippers for Jynxzi, if not,
it'll sting a lot.
like probably like
Hello,
close to
Legion,
10,000 clippers. Who knows? There's fucking everyone's making clippers about Jynxzi.
Two brain cells.
I mean, he's collabed with like everyone in the
here,
world.
But then again, this entire conversation about viewbotting is probably reaching as well. So who am I to say anything really? This, if anything, was just a projection of
I feel like he has a very loyal base like Queso.
Through so much beef, chief among them Ronaldo's own best friend, that Jynxzi probably assumed that Ronaldo hated him, or at least didn't think the best about him. When you look at it from that point of view, it may seem insecure, but it's honestly valid nonetheless. However, when Ronaldo saw this, after staying neutral for so long, he had finally had enough of Jynxzi slandering his name.
100%.
Whose chat is this?
Oh, 100%.
Who's the Twitch guy?
And then Ron rolls his R like.
I've been doing that for 5 years.
Ron, maybe you made real content for once in your.
I love internet beef.
Now you want to? You want beef with me? Bro. I wasn't even talking about him. I've been doing this for 5 years. Around when
This must have been a while ago when Ron was at his old
stole it
house
from.
before all the phase stuff.
Okay.
You dumb. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about Neon. You idiot. You're dumb. That's what you are. I'm not talking about you. You dumb.
That are.
It was clear now that this, like all of Jynxzi's beefs previously, had been a misunderstanding. Ronaldo went as far as to end stream.
Sorry for anybody watching this while they're trying to
based on
sleep.
how Ronaldo still disses him today, it
I probably just
seem
woke
like
up
they're on
everyone
good
who's
terms
reacting
at
to
all,
this on
or
YouTube.
honestly ever will be. The same exact thing can be said for the next victim of Jynxzi, which is Neon. Neon is a streamer just like Jynxzi, but he streams on Kick. Because of the lack of
Okay,
care
this guy
about what
definitely
streamers
view
are and
bots.
aren't able
I
to
would
do on
not be
Kick, the
surprised.
website is commonly stated to be a cesspool of degeneracy. Whether it be people getting into fights, gambling, or promoting OnlyFans to literal children, Kick is not a platform you want to associate with. This is something important to note that I'll bring up later. Before all of the Kick controversy though, Neon and Jynxzi were friends. It's unclear when exactly they met for the first time or how strong of a friendship they had, but it was enough that Jynxzi would ask Neon for girl advice at some point behind closed doors. Girl advice specifically about Brecky Hill. Like I said earlier, Brecky Hill was around Neon streams before she ever met Jynxzi, so Jynxzi called up Neon essentially asking for advice on what to do with his feelings for Brecky. Neon and Jynxzi both agreed that dating her would be a bad idea, but Jynxzi fell in love with her anyway. Fast forward about 6 months to a year, and the viewbotting situation with Trainwrecks and Stable Ronaldo came up. When the issue of viewbotting on Twitch came up, so did the issue of viewbotting on Kick.
What grown man sits down and watch Neon? Probably like 5 or 10% of his viewer base is above the age of like 25. I mean, it's mostly just kids, bro. There's a lot of kids. Like, if you think about it, any kid under the age from like 7, no, probably 6 or 7, and then all the way up to like 13 years old have access to iPads, iPhones now. So it's like Bro, those guys can just go on TikTok and then they see all that shit.
Neon obviously was upset about this because Jynxzi had, in his mind, gone behind his back. This caused Neon to air out all of the closed doors Brecky drama that he'd given advice to Jynxzi about.
It's not the number one botter.
And this is one of the I got to talk about, bro. Jynxzi, you are a piece of shit, bro. You, bro, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart.
So there's like 3 people that Jynxzi has beef with, or at least in this video, is just off pure like accusing of beef botting.
I hate anyone, but I really, really hate you, bro. I have a deep hatred for you now, bro. You used to be such a nice, humble guy. We talked on the phone almost every day, bro. We used to be friends, bro. We were talking, you know, I was giving you advice and you were telling me crazy shit. You were on the phone with me telling me you're like, bro, Brecky wants me to go to her house, but I know the intention she has with me, bro. Like, man, like I don't know what to do. She's such a leech, bro. She's demonic, but like, damn, bro, like, bro, you, man. I had your back. I gave you some advice, bro. I tried helping you, man. You're like, come out here and talk. You're a piece of shit, bro. You're a piece of shit. You let the ego get the best of you, bro. But it's all good, bro. It is all good, man. It is all good, bro.
Since then, the 2 streamers have talked about these issues behind closed doors, but it's unclear if their friendship has truly mended back.
Has Neon's content like changed since then? Like I heard he kind of improved his content, like maybe he's grown up a little bit, or am I wrong?
To what it was. After a short while,
I feel like
I've Neon got banned off of Kick
heard that he's like doing a little better
so
now.
It's safe to say that Neon was a victim of Jynxzi. The same exact thing can be said of our next victim of Jynxzi, who goes by the name of Lacy. Now, if you've been watching Twitch for the past few months,
Neon's
then you know
his
who
death
Lacy
like
is.
once.
He and the better part of FaZe Clan have been hitting insane numbers with the subathon that they've been doing, even still at the time of this recording. But before Lacy was ever as big as he is right now, physically and on Twitch, he was just known as someone who was put onto streaming by Clix. He would often glaze Clix because of this, and when Lacy would start talking bad about Jynxzi wouldn't be hesitant to point this out.
How the internet affects us out of content, you need to be humbled. Because whatever's going on these last few days, that is not the Jynxzi.
What has gone on these last few days? Fill me in. Not with I'll let him go.
That I knew from 3 months ago. You need to be humbled. Your ego has gotten the best of you, bro. And it's cool, it happens. I completely understand it. You're on top of the world right now. You got you're the #1 streamer in the world. You got the most viewers. You got the most.
It's kind of like I know it's internet beef, so obviously it's gonna be virtual. But I find it funny how like a lot of this beef is not even them in a call with each other. It's like all these sections have just been off like them reacting to clips of like days apart almost.
You're making millions and millions of dollars, but you need to stay grounded and stay humble to yourself, bro. You're crashing out and shit.
How am I crashing out, bro? I was literally doing a stream
just, like,
with your father,
infinite
your dad,
drama here.
the guy
Infinite
that birthed you. Let me dial it back.
All right, let me Skittles, you eat too much curry, man. Uzi, your hair's too long, bro. All right, your car's not that fast. Who else is out there? Pox on locks, you know? I'm the better siege coach, man. All right, someone clip that. Let's get it sent, and let's react back and forth, and then get the clip drama going. Oh, Spoit. Spoit, I almost dropped more kills than you in ranked earlier. Like, got a 1v1 now. See who's the king. Hey, Fat Bro, just put the bees in the bag, okay? Just put the bees in the bag, all right? Pineapple, bananas are better. All right, bananas they're just healthier for you. Pineapples, too much sugar, make my mouth tangy. Don't like it, bro. Roy, you know, man, your biceps aren't that huge as you think, man. All right, so just put the protein shake in the bag. I know someone's gonna eventually clip one of those and not make it satire.
You were nowhere in this stream. The stream was over. I lost, cool, and then Clix does weird shit. I understand he is literally your father, so Clix could actually punch someone in the face and you would have been like, their head shouldn't have been in the way. There is not a more biased account than you. You do not know me at all, bro. I've known you for 3 months and we've only ever talked about streams.
Because of how Jynxzi just seemed to crash out on Lacy for not really that big of a reason, and because of his history with stable Ronaldo as well, it kind of has just become a joke in the FaZe house to act like Jynxzi because they don't really respect him. And that's just what it is now. But back then when Jynxzi went off on Lacy, it was a pretty bad look for Lacy, which is why he's the final victim of Jynxzi on this list. And with that out of the way, that is it for today's video. Check out this next.
All right, W video. Hey guys, subscribe to R6 Central, leave a like, and let's get on to it.